Hope you all had a good weekend's punting that is, as we continue with our Tuesday meet out in Gebegher at Fairview. Nino Podesta was on fire on Friday. He tipped 6 out of 8 winners and in super good form. We hope that form, of course, continues on Tuesday. First of 8 races on the Polly is a maiden juvenile plate over 1,200 metres, so that means they go around the turn. And early Monday morning markets, I can tell you the favourite is number 1 Arabian Blues, priced up at 15 to 20. The 5 Priceless Treasure, 7 to 2. Number 3 Ivy's a first timer, 4 to 1. And number 4 Mind Freeze, also 4 to 1, 25 to 1, and better about the balance. Okay, Nino, I guess in this race I see that Priceless Treasure, Arabian Blue, Mind Freeze, all coming together again, and you would have worked out that first run by now. Who's got the most aggressive improvement to come?
Definitely number 1, Clyde, Arabian Blue. I think over the extra 200 meters, she's going to have the beating of those rivals. So a very confident selection is number 1, Arabian Blue, to win. And obviously, that I know nothing about unraced horses, so Mind Freeze and number 5, Priceless Treasure, could just follow her. But she'll have the beating of those two over the extra 200 meters.
Okay, so good enough for the Bipot. Here's a look at Nino's Bipot. Banker 1, by Banker 3, by 1, 3, 4, by 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, by 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8, by Banker 3. And that Bipot cost 90 Rand. Now it's a maiden plate and they go 2,200 metres, the start of the place accumulator. Early look at the market from Betway shows that Oh No No Kamachi, number 3 on the card, is priced up relatively short at around 5 to 10. Number 5, A Month of Sundays, they renew rivalry. They take each other on again, the two of them. 7 to 2 second favourite. And number 1, Master Wizard, is trading at 8 to 1. I guess, Nino, for Oh No Kamachi now, who's better off at the weights, because the last time they met with A Month of Sundays was in a maiden handicap or an open maiden. Now it's an ordinary maiden, so they carry the same weight. And I guess that's why the market's got Oh No Kamachi that short.
Yes, Clyde, and it's going to take a very brave person to back against her. Finishing strongly last time, she beat most of the field, and she's going to be very, very hard to beat. Another confident selection. And for the big players, Clyde, the double, race 1 and 2, what would you get on that double?
Yeah, I would imagine those odds, they are prohibitive odds, but perhaps worth the go, because you like them so strongly. So we'll look into it. I know you've got a place accumulator and you've banked number 3, Oh No Kamachi here. And in the next leg, I see you've gone 1, 3, and 4. So it's 180 Rand perm from Nino, by 2, 3, and 9, by 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8, by Banker the 3, then 2, 3, 4, 7, and Banker the 2. 180 Rand perm. Get your PA on by 1:15. So an ordinary maiden plate again, make a note of that, and it's a sprint. It's a sprint, 1,000 metres, not up a straight, because it's on the Polly, we're going around the turn, so make a note of that. Naturally, draws are always very important when you look at that, and whilst you do that, let me give you an update on the Monday morning market. And Alan Greef's number 3, Duchess of Seville's the favourite at 2 to 1. 22 to 10 about 1, Miss Pryor for Gavin Smith, and Kelly Mitchley's got number 4, Winter in Paris, at 6 to 1. Another worth mentioning is another Paris horse, this time Time in Paris. Number 6 on the card at 6 to 1, at 7 to 1, and better about the balance. A little more tricky now, Nino, as we go.
Yes, it becomes a little bit tricky, but one thing I can tell you is that when Alan Greef gets a horse from Brett Crawford, he's got a tremendous record. They usually win first time out. I looked at this horse, Duchess of Seville, well drawn, the tongue tied goes on. My only concern is a drop to distance down to the 1,000. But the record that Alan Greef has with his Brett Crawford is unbelievable. So that's got to be your first. And she brings some very strong form from Joburg. I mean, she's run behind Bus Stop in Heinzlow. She ran behind Do It With Diamonds. It's a 3-4 time winner already. and also behind Cars Big as Bars, another rated horse in Joburg. So 2-1 could actually be a nice price here. Winter in Paris might prefer the Polly. She's had 2 runs on the Fairview turf. One was disappointing. She could prefer the Polly. And in saying all that, just maybe Miss Pryor could actually be the horse to beat from a 1 draw with Craig Zaki up. So 1, 3, and 4 go in, but you could get they could Duchess of Seville is my first choice.
Okay, it is the first leg of the pick 6. Nino's chosen to go with the swingers boxed here, 1, 3, and 4. As you can see, it's a tricky pick 6, but figure it out in terms of what you guys intend on doing a little bit later on, just to give you some sort of idea from a pick 6 perspective. Nino does have a banker later on where he's bankering number 3 in his jackpots as well, so make a note of that. That's certainly worth including and taking into account. So, yeah, Nino's bankering hat later on today in his jackpot. You'll see it now in just a moment. For this particular race, does appear to be open. It's a handicap fillies and mares over 1,000 metres. Monday morning, there are 11 of them that are going to the gate. The market has got this horse Sharapova, top of the board, number 9, priced up at 2-1. Second choice, number 2 in the green zone, who's currently at 4-1. 11-2 about number 7, Jade's Cabernet. Then 8, See You in a Bit, is priced up at 6-1, and you can get 8-1 about the 3, Project Runway. 10s and better about the balance. I see your jackpot. You've worked out at 216 Rand per. We'll take our viewers through it in a moment. And I see you also bankering the horse Heart's Hat just now, Nino.
Yes, that comes on later. It's a very competitive card, Clyde. I had to find a banker somewhere, and that appealed to me as the best of the lot. But you know what? This is a hard card tomorrow, a very difficult card.
So in this particular race, how wide are you going to go, Nino?
I've gone 9 horses in the jackpot, although I do like a horse in this race, but we'll just go through it. We've got in the green zone, very surprising to see Justin raiding the poly track with 1 horse. I actually believe that the horse might be staying in PE. But you've got to respect it. Ramsden rides well for him. You got Sharapova. I can see her being competitive, but I would have preferred her over further. And now we come to the horse that I like, and that is number 3, Project Runaway. Back on the poly, I think he's a massive runner. But then you got horses like Jade's Cabernet, Miss Shivey, Bosney, See You in a Bit. They can all win. So in the jackpot, I've loaded up, but my selection is number 3 to beat number 2 and number 9.
Thank you, Nino. That's a 216 Rand perm on your screen. Back with us, welcome race 5, 2 racing, 244 racing for you. It's a handicap at the 82 level, and it's a 1200 on the poly where they go round the bend. Just to let you know, on Monday morning they scratched number 2, Al Romanacci. That's not running, so leave you with 11 horses that will line up here in this particular event. Okay, let's take a look at the early morning market of Monday morning, give you an idea where we stand. They bet 3-1 the field, and number 1, Abound, is the favourite at 3-1. 4 Whatever Next is the next choice at 4-1. Number 8, Charlie Malone, is priced up at 9-2. 6-1 about number 7, Dubai Hills, and you can get 8-1 and better the others like of Sylvanian and Decree. I know, Nina, you did say as the day progresses it becomes difficult, and another challenging race here. Jackpots, I guess you're loading.
Yes, I am. I've taken as many as 6 horses in here. And they are 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Abound, very good form. I think he might just appreciate a little bit further. Whatever Next came last time on the turf, his run before that is a winner on the course and distance. Donny T coming from a 3 draw, coming back on a poly, that could cause an upset. Sylvanian can win. Dubai Hills and Charlie Malone. So those are the horses I like. I think all of them have to go in.
All right, let's have a look at that 240 Rand jackpot from Nino. He's going 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 by Banker 3, by 2, 3, 4, 7, and a whole lot of horses after that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That second jackpot costs 240 Rand and it closes at 3 o'clock. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about our next race on the card. This is our banker of the day. Nino said it's a tricky card, but if there was a horse that we could maybe depend on, is this horse Heart's Hat. And we'll have a look at the form has been fair. There's been a good few runners from there that have placed well, and that horse came from Potent Captain called Green Light Dancer that came out and won. So that does frank the form a little bit. The favourite 16 to 10 is Heart's Hat. So that's the latest on the Monday morning market for the Cliffy Miller stable. 4 Mandy's 28 to 10 second favourite. 4 to 1 about number 1 Always Shining. And then you've got the 2 Cansford's Beauty, who's priced up at 6 to 1. It's double figures about the balance. So we're going all in here. Is that right, Nino?
Well, we're going to have to make a stand. I wouldn't tell them to put the rent money on this horse because he's been rested for almost 5 months. But he brings good form, and I think this is a distance that he's been looking for. The breeding tells me that he's going to love the 1600. And I just cannot find a horse to beat it besides O'Mandy. I make that the nearest danger, but if you put O'Mandy in, it's going to double all the perm. I've taken my... remember, we're doing it on a Monday morning. I don't know, scratchings and jockey changes and things like that. But I had a good look. I think he's going to be very hard to beat. And I'm making him a banker. And like I said, I think O'Mandy is the only danger.
Okay, just in terms of that, you'll have a look at the strike we're going with. This horse Hat on Hat. Just to let you know, race 6, number 6, top dollar. Cheek pieces are on. Number 7 on the card. Mafia bags the money. The blinkers are off. And number 10, To Be Free. They've got a tongue tie on. But that's our play of the race. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going on to race number 7 on the card. Now, this is a plated race. It's a conditions plate, so make a note of that in terms of the weight and all that sort of stuff. It runs at 10 past 4. It's over the mile on the poly. In terms of the weights, the best weighted horse is number 7, Essential, ahead of the 6, Vion's Queen, and the 2, Red Sash. Well, Red Sash, Lady Silvano, Heart Peaks, and quite a few others, all pretty level in terms of ratings. But Essential does seem to have a kilo and a half best in ratings there or thereabouts. Now, the morning market, let me give you an idea as to what's going on in race number 7. And Monday morning, the top of the boards is number 3, Lady Silvano, who's 2 to 1. 7 Essential comes up at 28 to 10. 7 to 1 about the 2, Red Sash. 8 to 1, number 5, As Fate Has It. And 10 to 1 and better about the balance. What do you make of it, Nino?
Well, I think it's Alan Schreef's race to lose here. Obviously, Richard cannot ride the Essential 52 and a half, and he's climbed off Catch Your Breath to ride Lady Silvana. What price is Catch Your Breath?
Catch Your Breath is currently priced up 11 to 1.
11 to 1. I think it's overpriced. It should be a bit shorter. He's unbeaten over course and distance, 2 from 2. The concern is that Richard gets offered to ride Lady Silvana. And I really believe the Greef will win it, either with Lady Silvana or Essential. And then I like Red Sash and Catch Your Breath. For me, those 4 horses will see you through.
Okay, let's race 7. Let's get into the selections from Nino's side. He's taking trifectas and he's boxing 2, 3, 4 and 7 with 1 more to go out at Fairview today. So you're reminded to be back at Fairview on Fridays, so we look forward to seeing you again then. This is a handicap, runs our last race on Tuesday. It's over 1,600 metres and it is at the 68 level. Look at your ratings. Look at what horses may have dropped in the ratings to give you some sort of idea. Some horses are waiting to drop and all that sort of stuff to make them a little more competitive. But it is a seriously challenging race. If you get this trifecta or quartet, you're going to get good money. So I've asked Nino to work out a trifecta for us, which I know he's gone and done. Let me give you a quick update on the morning market. Monday morning market in the last race today. 2 Meet at the Windsor, 7 to 2. Joint with the 3 Coral Creek, 7 to 2. 12 Noble Warrior is trading at 8 to 1. 8 King Rahul is trading at 10 to 1, as is number 1 Grand Oasis. You can get 12 to 1 and better about the others. Good luck here, Nino.
Yeah, good luck here. This race has got upset written all over it. And I know people are going to look at Coral Creek and Meet at the Windsor and say, why is Richard not riding Meet at the Windsor? Well, I'll tell you that Charles and Glover has done nothing wrong with the horse. He's ridden it the last 4 times. So I believe that Richard has asked Alan to keep him on there because he's doing a good job. He's had 10 runs and hasn't been further than 8 of those occasions. Definitely, I see him in the first 3. So I banked him in the PA. But for the exotics, Clyde, you've got to load up here. This is a nightmare of a race, and I can see a big upset winning here. I've gone as many as 10 horses in the last leg of the jackpot. And like you say, good luck to the punters here.
Okay, well, let's say the trifecta you worked out for us is on screen now, where you're floating number 2, Meet at the Windsor, and all of those runners right alongside 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So float number 2, and that will cost you a 216 Rand. Thank you, everybody, for watching Betway's Waiter to Win.